Good evening, Twitch, because if you are listening to this live, you are listening to Twitch in the evening. Or good evening, YouTube, if you are listening shortly after we are finished recording. If you are listening via Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Filling the Void Podcast Network, I'd like to say good morning to you.
And if I miss you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yes. Good everything. Good day. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. This is Club Kayfabe Wrestletalk. This is our 290th episode. We're going to preview the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. My name is Chris O'Mealy. I am one of your hosts, joined alongside with Dan Peck.
Today I learned in a interview with Will Friedle that Batman Beyond and Boy Meets World both wrapped the same day. He did one and then the other the same day, the last episodes.
Wow. It's actually kind of crazy to think that those two shows ended on the same day. I feel like they're not in the same universe, and yet they are. Interesting. I also like to welcome back Glenn. He is back stateside after his excursion to Germany.
He said good day.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Yep. It was a nice long plane ride, and I'm happy. I didn't want to come home, but happy to be home.
Yeah, because you're not a fan of flying.
I can't sleep on planes, so.
Yeah, so those long boys you feel every minute of it.
Oh yes, the flight there, I was basically, if you looked at the clock, I was up for 42 hours. And coming home, I was up for 36 hours.
Oy vey.
So, I was tired.
Obviously. Oh, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back.
Just in time for the Elimination Chamber. So, of course, I want to thank all of our listeners who are listening live or listening later. You guys are what keeps us going. You guys rock. All of our community members, thank you guys for continuing to be an interactive part of our group. Of course, Club Kayfabe, Home of True Wrestling Fans on Facebook is the official group where you can join and be interactive. And do me a favor when you do join the group. If you'd like to self-promote anything, please either ask permission or become an active contributing member of the group first. That's all I ask. Don't just show up and start self-promoting. We're going to delete your stuff, and if you keep doing it, we're going to delete you. There are plenty of other wrestling groups out there that don't moderate a damn thing.
Yep.
Go do it there.
We moderate two things.
Yeah, we really, that's like one of the only really things
unearned shills and total assholes.
Yeah. And the trolls. We always get rid of the trolls.
Yes.
We have a couple starting to get a little more mouthy in the group now. I might be cracking down on y'all soon. But I'd like to give a shout-out to everybody else part of the Club Kayfabe creative community at CKCC Online on Facebook and Twitter. Of course, the Commissioner's Thoughts blog. That's my new blog. I shouldn't say new blog, but I'm doing new stuff. I got a music blog coming out this weekend. I just haven't picked the band I want to do my top 10 for. We'll see. Cinematic Triple Threat just released its Valentine's Day episode with rom-coms. Dan and I doing part of that. And, of course, you can see all of this Twitch streams with Dan right here at Twitch TV, CKCC Online. What was the last thing you played, Dan?
I was playing some God of War. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. I'm going to be doing the CKCW show tomorrow that was booked by Ellis.
Oh, boy. That's going to be good. Of course, make sure you listen to CHMR's Ring Rust, which you can listen to live on Fridays or download the podcast the following day. That's with Mark Jabroni, a member of our community. The Blake and Sal Show, Blake Riley, part of the Filling the Void Podcast Network, who gets us out there. You can check out his show, him and Sal Costa, and their buddy Mike joining them for all kinds of nerd discussion. Jeff Trelowitz, the Cinefan Podcast, is back with new episodes. Matt Hardman just recorded a new episode of Race Nerd Podcast, although he was a little under the weather for it. You can check out all that hype as the Daytona 500 is on its way.
Yeah, man.
New episodes of Jay Bunny's Music Hub are on the way. Jason Shin recording. I'm not sure who he's got lined up as his next guest, but you can check him out. He has a group and a page you can follow, Jay Bunny's Music Hub. New art by Brian Beinman released. He did a self-portrait in the theme parks, which is awesome. Of course, he's one of my Orlando buddies, so he's a theme park aficionado. And new photos from Heather Quinn. She just released a Valentine's Day photo with the little heart and the swoon that we shared in the group. She also did a photo shoot promoting one of her favorite plays, because she's a theater Phantom of the Opera. And
Nice.
one of her photos ended up in Times Square on one of their billboards. So
Big
congratulations to
fan.
her.
Damn.
Yes, Phantom of the Opera is amazing. I've seen it twice.
I've seen it 3 times.
And it's so good. So freaking good. So before we get to our Elimination Chamber preview, we have a trivia question from Dan Peck.
Yes, we do. I was, again, watching a AAA show last weekend.
They are also on Twitch.
They're on Twitch. I might start hosting them when they have stuff. I don't know. So led me to think, hey, let's do some AAA trivia. Every year they have a big tournament called the Rey de Reyes, which is translated to the King of Kings, which means Triple H wins every year. No, that's actually not true. So my question is, who won the first ever AAA Rey de Reyes? And if you're a Royal Rumble aficionado, you might recognize the name.
It's awesome. I don't even have a guess. But since you said Royal Rumble aficionado, I immediately thought to 1997.
Because that's when they didn't have enough people, so they called in the Lucha Peoples.
The Lucha Peeps, yeah. I remember. Okay, so I think I have a guess, but there could be a few names in there.
Yeah.
Cybernetico.
That is a hint. It was one of those Lucha Peeps.
Cybernetico. Alrighty, so Elimination Chamber is this Sunday. There are 6 main card matches and the Cruiserweight Championship pre-show match. Buddy Murphy defending against Akira Tozawa. As I don't follow 205, I don't know how they're building that, so I don't know if that's going to be a retention or a new title holder, but it's going to be a good match. Can we just all agree on that?
Yeah, it should be quite good.
All I have to say about that is, ha!
But I suspect it will be a retain.
Well, Buddy Murphy's been on fire. There's no need to take the belt off of him, and I'd like to see him get incorporated back into some mainstream stuff with the rest of the roster. So we'll see. All right, so we got 6 main card matches. Let's run down what's going on here. Mostly championship matches, except for a no DQ match between Braun Strowman and Shitstain. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Vince Russo's not in the match. That's Corny's favorite nickname for him, is he just calls him Shitstain. It's Baron Corbin, and yeah, it's just going to be another Strowman-Corbin match. I don't think anything special is going to happen. I'm sure Strowman will win to keep the fans happy, and I'm just kind of tired of seeing them at this point.
Well, it would make sense for Strowman to win since, yeah.
No, you know what, Ellis? You're a match. Yeah,
Who?
check out the chat. He just called me a match.
Oh.
You're a match,
Match.com.
Ellis. Yes. Dude, if I got matched with Ellis on Match.com, I would just throw my phone out the window.
You would just swipe right.
Yeah, well.
Is that how the gimmick works? I don't know
I
how.
have no fucking clue.
You want to hear
I don't know
my
how
Plenty
that
of
works.
Fish story?
I do now.
I signed up for Plenty of Fish, and one of the people I got matched up with was my cousin.
That's awesome.
Oh.
That is awesome. And since you do not live in the dirty South, that was probably not an option for you.
And so we just messaged each other saying, hello. Hello!
Sup? Hey, remember Pat's Plenty of Fish story where he went on a date and she went to the bathroom and never came back?
Yep.
I remember.
It still makes me laugh.
I tried Plenty of Fish in college, and I got matched with a girl in my school who had, at that point, been with about 64 different guys, and I immediately was just like, this is not for me. Not for me. Yes, I would not consider myself lucky to find you, Ellis, but nice try. By the way, if you join in on the chat, if you'd like to get in on Ellis and Match.com, which apparently we're discussing instead of Elimination Chamber, I don't know why. Because this is what happens when and people are like, so how come Ellis isn't on the show anymore? Well, this is why. Also, he has a kid. I think that makes it a little more difficult for him to be involved when his schedule is a little tighter now, guys. But Ellis is a good man. He's a good dad.
Aye.
Anyway, Strowman, Corbin, what else? Next, handicap match for the IC title. So Lashley's teaming up with Lio Rush to face Finn Balor. And if I had to guess, Finn's going to win this match by pinning Lio Rush.
And your new Intercontinental Champion,
Finn Balor.
About time they put another belt back on him.
I am not reading what Ellis just put in the chat on the show.
Uh-oh.
Feel free to read it yourself. I'm not reading it.
What is this about angry chickens?
Oh dear.
The angry Amish chicken plucker. Amish roadkill.
So I don't think Ruby Riott has any chance of walking out champion, but I fully expect Becky to get involved in this match in some capacity. Becky will be there and she will do something. I know the whole thing is Charlotte sitting front row, but you know Becky's going to be involved.
Well, she's pissed. And she had
the current storyline is Vince suspended her, and Charlotte took her spot at WrestleMania, and we all knew it was going to be a triple threat. And I heard a lot of the complaints, and I get it, but
we also have 6 weeks and 2 pay-per-views between that and
why
WrestleMania.
Which is why I'm not judging anything yet. Now, if WrestleMania comes and it's just Charlotte versus Ronda and Becky's nowhere to be found, then by all means, burn the place to the ground.
It's not even enough that it's Charlotte, it's just that Becky is the freaking hottest act in the entire company right now.
I don't even want a triple threat.
No.
They can take that triple threat and shove it up their fucking ass.
Here's the other thing. I'm not entirely sure it's going to go down that way. I mean, Asuka still doesn't have an opponent, so...
Well, Asuka's also been off TV since Rumble because they're too busy worrying about all the other women's stuff.
Well, they do have a big deal with those tag titles, so I can't crap on that too much.
The only opponent they had for her was either Lana or someone else, and they were like, "Yeah, that's not a pay-per-view match, so yeah, we're not going to do that."
That would be a pre-show match.
It's not even. It's like Velocity.
But
Shotgun Saturday Night.
The real problem I actually have with this match is that Ruby Riott deserves this spot in the showcase with Ronda Rousey, and nobody's talking about her. And that kind of disappoints me, because she absolutely deserves this spotlight. And I really hope they have a really good match.
And then she pulls the Eddie Guerrero. And I don't mean die in a hotel room in Minneapolis. I mean,
oh, Jesus.
Win a match while being kind of completely overshadowed by a WrestleMania angle.
Well, it was the pay-per-view before WrestleMania that Eddie won the title. So.
Everyone's just like, it was so great and wonderful. It was like, you are seeing that in not enough hindsight.
All right, so we do have Miz and Shane defending against the Usos. And I think I'm pretty confident how this one's going to turn out.
I'm pretty sure, too.
Because stupid Jimmy Uso got arrested and challenged the cop to a fight. And, yeah. Yeah, except he and his wife both decided to reek like booze and probably shouldn't have been driving. So, for the women's tag titles... Ooh, I know who's getting eliminated first!
I was like, you can be pretty sure.
Man, that's going to be a May Zen.
Feel the glow. She was really feeling the glow that night.
To mention her team was thrown together. Bullshit, anyway.
Good Lord.
All these built-in tag teams, and they used, like, 2 of them.
Well, they don't really have that many other built-in tag teams. They actually, well, we'll get to that when we talk about it. That really is the only makeshift team they had. And as I pointed out, you know what? I said I could complain about makeshift teams all you want, but the fact that the Bellas will not be the inaugural tag team champions makes me very happy.
You say that now. Come Sunday night.
No, they won't be the inaugural champions. They won't be there.
Oh.
They could take out Naomi and Carmella.
There's